Welcome, everybody, to a live. Oh, you saw how I flipped the switch that quickly? To a live
Dude, you're such a
recording
pro.
of the Bento Boxcast. Hello, everybody in the chat. If you guys were wondering, part of the audio experience, we are doing this live and direct on our YouTube channel, Geek Jar Podcast. You never know, we might do this again, but we also do live recordings of the Plan Pod with Alex, John, Rafa, and myself, and we'll be doing some panel pal stuff. I see Rafa's having a good time looking at the chat, but maybe you can also be a part of the fun for the next one. And fucking Alex, dude, I just saw his fucking message.
I'm trying not to react to the chat.
I don't want to be here
I just looked down. The first word I see is cringe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's not. Never mind. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna get baited by the chat. But here we go, guys. This is gonna be a very fun episode because we have pretty much like just banger topics to talk about the entire time. We're gonna be doing stuff like the Crunchyroll Awards and Anime of the Year that are coming out for 2021. We're doing stuff like, let me bring up the list one more again. Winter 2022 anime picks that we're going to be doing and watching and previewing and all that good stuff this season, as well as Demon Slayer Episode 8 of the Entertainment District arc, Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 2 Episode 3 reviews and all that good stuff. And yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff, and I'm just going to say this first and foremost, we're going to be going on full-on spoilers. So if you do not currently watch Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, or any of the anime that we might talk about for winter 2022, leave the tab open, mute out, and appreciate you guys very much because we're going full-on spoiler talk for literally everything. So yeah. With that being said, I know you guys have been, catching up a lot with the anime that's coming out. So yeah, how was your anime week this week, both of you?
Pretty good week. I'm pretty much caught up with everything. I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to be watching this season. And I know we're going to talk about it later on, but yeah, like Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer was really top notch this week.
Mm-hmm.
And
they've been killing it every week, but you're right.
Right. This week's been really great. Like yesterday when I was streaming, I think it was yesterday. I was talking to Griffin about it, and like we both agreed upon like this weekend was like pretty much like a really like top notch weekend for anime. Like with those two episodes, I don't think has been another weekend that has been that close. Like as bangers just came out with these two shows. Now, Griffin and you, Hector, saying that Demon Slayer was better this week.
Let me correct you first. The majority of the internet is saying that Demon Slayer was better this week.
Bunch of sheep. All right.
I had this point before I even looked it up.
Attack on Titan was way better. Okay. Do you want to get into this now, or do you want to wait till later on?
Later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too soon to start arguing.
Okay. I'm not gonna look for an argument. I'm just gonna explain my side, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Like where I'm coming from. But
you have a tone though, like you're ready to go.
See,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I guess. Okay. I mean, I just got okay. Like I don't want to fucking call out the chat, but I just got called a fraud, and then they're telling me how many caps can I wear by the same person who called me a fraud. So you know what? Maybe I'm a little bit on the edge.
You got to take your lickings, all right? I'm getting L host and L plus ratio, all right?
No.
You're getting
there's a difference. Okay. There's a difference. Mm-hmm. All right. There's a difference between that.
Dude.
Let's move on.
Renee, how was your anime week?
You know what? It was pretty good. Can't complain. I'm just trying to catch up on all the stuff that I'm watching for winter. And then I'm trying to just watch like other shows in between the new season. So
okay.
Pretty good. And I know we'll talk about it, so.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What have I been doing this week? You know what's crazy? I have not watched a single drop of anime besides the stuff that comes out for the winter season. Only because I'm catching up on Euphoria. Not anime related, but that's what's been taking up my anime time. That's
on my list. I haven't started it.
I started it, and it's just been a steamroll, a snowball of sorts that's just been rolling and rolling. I think I'm already on the second to last episode for season 1, so I'm almost catched up with like what's out there, what's current. But yeah, crazy stuff. This past 2 weeks of anime have been really, really good. I mean, I know Rafa kind of touched on it, but this weekend was really, really great for Attack on Titan and Demon Slayer. And then we also had My Dress Up Darling, which is getting really, really good too. We have a bunch of other stuff that's like kind of happening and just getting more and more talked about both on Twitter and amongst our like little bento group chats and stuff now, where we just discuss anime that's coming out. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of anime that you guys are maybe liking this season that like isn't being talked about much at all. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm really excited to see what else comes out. But I guess to kind of recent, why'd you have to mention like One Piece poster? I don't know. Maybe it's the angle. Maybe it's because I'm sitting at a slant. But anyways, let's see. Well, I mean, we might as well jump into it. Let's talk about the anime awards coming out from Crunchyroll and how they're going to be discussing big topics like Anime of the Year, Best Boy, Best Girl, Best Protagonist, and so on and so forth. We're going to go through the list and kind of chat about some stuff that we know about. And then I'm not going to lie, there's some stuff that maybe we haven't watched or some of us haven't, fully completed, or maybe we haven't watched this movie. We haven't watched, whatever, but we're going to give our opinions on the stuff that we know and what we like to watch. So yeah, I mean, okay, we'll take turns on going one by one, but like naming the nominees and then what category it is. But we'll start off with the first one, and we'll just go in like our anime swap order. So myself, Rafa, Renee, and we'll just keep going and cycling that way. So first up, the biggest one really, anime of the year for the 2021 season. And also, yes, I know I did see that in chat, but there is indeed a anime awards that Crunchyroll and a bunch of other sites put out. Right now we're just kind of focusing on the Crunchyroll one because it's one of the bigger ones that gets talked about. But yeah, so I mean, it's super dope. I'm very excited to kind of get into it. Voting does end tomorrow, January the 25th, so probably the day you guys hear this on Spotify. You might see this on YouTube after it gets posted and whatnot, and been edited for podcast enjoyment. But yeah, so like I said, going into it, anime of the year, and the nominees are 86 by Studio A1 Pictures, Attack on Titan Final Season Part 1 by Studio Mappa, Odd Taxi Studio Pix XOLM, Jujutsu Kaisen Core 2 Studio Mappa, Ranking of Kings by Studio Wit or Wit Studio, and lastly Sunny Boy by Madhouse Studio. Honestly, 5 solid picks. The one that I think is kind of weird, but I've just never watched it, is Odd Taxi.
I don't know, dude. A lot of people are loving Odd Taxi.
I'm saying, like, I think it's weird because I was watching like we'll talk about it later, but it's one of the openings. It's like one of the better openings or nominees for it. So I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this is kind of funky, but it's not really something I would normally watch. I have heard of it.
What Odd Taxi gets praised the most is for its writing and its storytelling. They're saying that's the reason why like a lot of people are loving this show, is because it's considered like one of the better stories told this year.
Really?
Like they're not. Nobody's talking about the animation. Nobody's really talking about like the voice acting. It's the story itself that's holding the show up. Like it's a stellar fucking story, apparently.
Oh shit!
I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I mean, neither have I.
I haven't watched it either. I mean, we all skipped on it. I skipped on it because it's just the way it looks. But like I said, it's getting a lot of praise for that. Like and for it to be on Anime of the Year on just for its writing itself, like that's big praise on the story itself.
It is, yeah. But I mean, honestly, it's going up against some like even bigger heavy hitters. Like Attack on Titan alone is already swaying the balance. Well, like 86, which we've been saying, has like hit like top 10, top 5, top 3, all of last season, and even the first part of it too when it first came out. And then even Jujutsu Kaisen, which is only the second core, but if anything, the second core was really so good. Yes. It was so good.
Definitely.
Ranking of Kings, we've been seeing a lot. I mean, it's all over TikTok and Twitter and whatnot. We even saw that it did break the top 5, even top 3 at some point during the winter 2021 season, or the fall 2021 season. And then you also have like Sunny Boy, which Rafa raves about all the time.
Still love the show. part of me would want Sunny Boy to win because I want people to watch it. I want more attention towards the show. But it's not going to win, I feel like.
Definitely not.
I'm just happy that it's on here, so people are still gonna be like, oh, they're gonna check it out. Like, hey, what's this show? Because definitely Sunny Boy got slept on. Like, definitely. Like, I feel like from all these shows, that all these anime of the year nominees, Sunny Boy is for sure the most slept on, for sure, hands down. If I would have to guess for the one that's gonna take this, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Attack on Titan. The first season. I'm pretty sure it's gonna take it. Yeah, just because of how. I mean, look how it started. Like the way the season 3 ended, and the way season 4 started. Like they literally flipped everything on its head. Like we were expecting, because spoilers for Attack on Titan. Season 3 ends with them, getting to the coast of the edge of the island, right? So we already know there's a whole another, the other part of the country or whatever, and then those people who hate them or whatever. So you expect them to kind of continue off of that, right? Like, they're gonna go explore the other country. Like, what's their plan? Are they gonna go overseas, right? And it starts you off with a whole cast of new characters, right? And you kind of see their side of the story, and it kind of, in a weird sense, it almost paints them as the main characters, as the heroes of the story, and paints Aaron and everybody else as the devils, as they call them all the time, as the bad guys, right? And then the whole revelation of like Aaron being hidden and being there with them and forcing the hand of of the scouts and everybody to kind of like go, in a sense, go to war with these people. Like, it was such a switch of tone. It like, and it just felt darker. Like, it keeps getting darker and darker with its themes. Like, it's just, I feel like, and also because it's the final season, like the impact of this show is having right now. If Attack on Titan lands this last season, which we're already watching right now, I'm pretty sure it's going to go down as one of the best anime ever made.
As long as the ending lands correctly.
I mean, look how season 1 started. Look at Eren season 1 and look at Eren now in season 4.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's like it's a big gap. But remember, they're only focusing on the first part. They're not focusing on the second part. So this is all based on first part.
Right, that's true. But I mean, Aaron's already in from part 1, part 2. That's still the same Aaron. Like, he hasn't changed. He's still the same. But I'm saying from season 1 Aaron to season 4 Aaron, like the difference is like, man went through some shit, and then you really see it, like him being affected by it.
Yeah, but I feel like when we're talking about like anime enjoyment, the fact that second core Jujutsu Kaisen was just like fucking top tier, just animation, and everything. Like, I could see that winning 100%.
Same.
My personal pick, like, it was just for me being selfish as all hell.
Sunny Boy.
I would say Sunny Boy, but if I would like not, that's more of me just kind of wishing on a fucking star type shit. If I had to like make a realistic choice, I would say Jujutsu Kaisen, because that's what I did enjoy. I mean, I love that show. I've always talked about how I'm just waiting for the next, part of this show. But I just feel like Attack on Titan has like, there's just so much writing with this show that I feel like people are going to go for that more.
But are you biased because you literally just binge watched like?
That could also be a thing. It could be that I'm biased as hell right now, because like, that's like, I went through that journey from season 3 to season 4 all in like in a day. So it was like a roller coaster of emotions. So it could be that I'm being biased.
Because it's been a minute since you watched Jujutsu, and I mean, you are a big fan of Jujutsu, but it's been a minute since you watched Jujutsu. So
that's true. Like, I don't know. It could be that it's just me being emotional. Like, because like the second I caught up to season 4, for days, all I had in my mind was Attack on Titan, and like everything that's happening and everything. But I mean, at the end of the day, whoever wins, that's great. All I gotta say is, all my homies hate Gabby. Fuck Gabby. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Thanks, Rafa. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So what's your pick, Renee? I know you said Jujutsu Kaisen, but like, why?
So like, even though, I mean, I love Attack on Titan, I know what Rafa is saying, but like, I felt like part 1 of season 4 was a little bit slow. I feel like we didn't get a lot of action till the very end of part 1. And then I feel like part 2 is where it's at. Like, I feel like part 2 is a way better core. That's just my personal experience. But yeah, I think Jujutsu Kaisen, that second core was absolutely amazing because we see the fight between Ibara and with Itadori, and like my only thing is I see it winning, but I don't know because wasn't Jujutsu Kaisen the winner the previous year for Anime of the Year? I thought for Crunchyroll. So I don't know. Can they win again, even though it's the second core?
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, they can totally win as long as they aired in the year 20, like whatever year they're doing it. Like it can go on as long as it's a full core. Like for example, like core 2. If it was just a continuation of season 1 or whatever, then no. But because they like separated as core 1, core 2, it can do it. And a lot of animes are doing it now anyways, where they're like separating into like 2 cores essentially. So it could have. I mean, it very well can. The fact that it's even on the list, just kind of proves that like, hey, like it was 1 that good, and 2, it could win again.
Yeah, but I mean, I've also seen a lot of hype behind like Ranking of Kings, and like that was a show I've recommended for Anime Swap. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but a lot of people are like loving that show. So part of me thinks that could potentially win as well. But yeah,
I think that's a hot take.
What I've heard from Ranking of Kings is that like the first half was really good and is building a lot upon it, and they expect it to be one of the top hitters going into the second half. That's what people are saying for Ranking of Kings. So like,
yeah, but like I say hot take because it's like Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan are there, and I mean from everything I've heard more love for Odd Taxi than I have for Ranking of Kings.
Oh, interesting. I haven't heard anything about Odd Taxi, but Odd Taxi has also been in several of these categories, so like that makes me think like, oh, like this show's probably really, really good.
True. All right, well, I think those are our picks. What do you guys think of the picks? And if you guys have any suggestions and want a certain one pick or a certain pick to win, let us know. And so then, Rafa, go ahead.
So then, you said Jujutsu Kaisen, right, Hector?
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Renee, you said
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm kind of leaning towards Jujutsu Kaisen, but I would not be surprised if Attack on Titan wins. That's where I stand with it.
Okay.
This is like
respect.
Yeah, but
respect.
But I want Sonny Boy. But that's me. That's me wishing on.
I can guarantee it won't win.
I know for a fact it's not. I just love that. It's not going to. I just love that's on there. Next category, moving down, is best boy, so best male character. We have Senku, and this one's gonna be hard. Yeah, Senku Ishigami from Dr. Stone season 2. Odokawa from Odd Taxi. I'm just gonna say his nickname, Draken from Tokyo Revengers. Izumi Miyamura from Hiromiya, Boji from Ranking Kings, and Mikey from Tokyo Revengers.
This one was crazy.
This is hard. This is a hard one.
I mean, I automatically picked Izumi Miyamura.
You did.
You did?
Without fucking like batting an eye. Instantly picked it from my top anime of last season.
Yeah. I'm between Draken and Mikey, because I mean that's the show that I've really watched out of all of these.
Yeah.
Odd Taxi again. There's Odd Taxi again on the rankings. That's the main character of the show for Odd Taxi. Boji is the main character for Ranking of Kings, which for what I saw, he does seem like a really cool ass character, but and Dr. Stone, that's another show that's like beloved or whatever, but like I've been with this journey with Tokyo Revengers, and like I think I'll give it a Draken, dude. He's down as fuck, dude. He's the bully. He's the homie.
He is.
I'm gonna pick Draken. That would be my choice.
I'm surprised Senku's even on there for Dr. Stone season 2. That's such a weird pick. That's such a pick from left field.
Yeah, I feel like Dr. Stone, I don't know, like people love it, but I don't know. I've never really given it a chance.
Well, what about the walrus from Odd Tax? Is that a walrus?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's the main character for. I know, but he's the main character of the show.
Weird. Oh, okay, I don't know enough, so.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty cool character design. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you, the storytelling is crazy for that show. Apparently. Like it's a whole like a slow burn murder mystery type of thing going
Really?
on. Apparently, yeah.
What the hell? That did not give
I did
murder
not
mystery
get that.
vibes at all.
That's cool.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I just know it's a really slow burn, like detective mystery type shit going on. The murder thing might have been just me putting that in, but I know it's like a mystery. Like there's shenanigans going on, and like this apparently the storytelling, the way it plays out, that they slowly feed you information as the episodes go. Like it's a very slow burn anime, but apparently it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Renee, tell us your pick for best boy this season, or rather, the Anime Awards.
Okay, well, you guys knew how obsessed I was with Dragon. Like that's my pick, but I don't personally see him winning. I feel like it's either gonna go to Mikey or Izumi from Horimiya. But I just personally love Draken, but I don't think he had enough love. Like I was actually surprised that a lot of people liked Mikey. So that's why I feel like Mikey might win.
Mikey's a boy though.
He's cool, but he wasn't as cool as Draken. But I mean, he was still cool. I don't know.
Wait, I feel like Mikey was cooler than Draken.
What?
Yeah, because Mikey just one-shot everybody.
No, but
but
that's exactly
Draken...
why I see him. That's why I see Mikey winning. But I just liked Draken a little bit more. That's just my. Bias.
Yeah, I like Draken more because he is loyal to the T. Like he would, he's just about it. He's just about that life. The man will take a bullet for Mikey. So like, I don't know. I think that's fucking awesome. I appreciate something like that. And like with this, and also what he's been through. This man almost died. Like I feel like
also true.
But like I could see Mikey winning. Like I said, my second choice would be Mikey. If Draken wasn't on this list, I would have picked Mikey. But like I could see Izumi from Horimiya winning because it's
cool.
such a popular show. Like you guys are in love with the show.
Oh yeah, beautiful show.
I could see that. I could see that pulling a win right there.
So all right, to give our final takes, myself, Horimiya for best boy, Rafa.
Dragon, Tokyo Revengers.
Same.
And Renee.
Dragon.
Okay, there you go. Well, let us know what you guys pick for best boy. But Renee, give us the next category.
Okay. So this is for best girl. So we have. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to pronounce these names. Viadelia, I don't know, Milze. I totally killed that. 86 from 86. Nobara from Jujutsu Kaisen. We have Shoko from Komi Can't Communicate. Toru from Fruit Baskets, the final season. Sarasa from Kagagi Shoujo. And then I from Wonder Egg Priority.
This one was also kind of hard because I knew that there was a lot of popular ones.
God, this is so hard for me.
This is hard.
I can see Wonder Egg Priority winning.
Oh, really? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, a lot of people like that character. That's like a fan favorite right there. This is really hard for me because I'm just happy to see Sawasura Watanabe being on there from Kageki Shoujo. I was so surprised that even showed up. Like, again, that's another anime that you guys heard me talk about nonstop, and I was so surprised that it even just got nominated. I'm like, yes, like I know for a fact that's not gonna win. I mean, I feel like Kageki Shoujo is another anime that got overlooked a lot. So like, I'm just happy they got nominated. It's getting its its shine that way, right? Like I feel like people are gonna pick Mosai Komi or I from Wonder Egg Priority, but like my pick has to be Nobara from Jujutsu Kaisen. Hands down, she's the fucking best.
Yep,
she is the fucking best.
I
have her as one of my wallpapers on my computer. She is the fucking best. I love everything about her. I love her attitude. I like how she's like she holds her own. Like she's not like, no offense, but she's not like Sakura from like the earlier seasons, right? Like she holds her own fucking.
Hey man, we can't keep dissing Sakura like that.
Hey, I'm just as an example.
She brings it to herself. So was Naruto, so was Sasuke.
I know.
I'm just using it as an example. That's a cool thing about Jujutsu Kaisen is that like not just with Nobara, like a lot of these female characters, they hold their own, right? They feel like they can actually do their own thing. Like they're not being saved by the male protagonist or whatever. So like, yeah, like it's for me that's definitely that's her hands down. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if Comey wins because Comey's just been getting hyped since even before the anime came out. If not I wins, I could see that happening too. I'm just happy that Sasura Watanabe got nominated. I just appreciate the shine to anime. It doesn't get that much love that I feel like it should. And yeah, that's it. Fruit baskets. I don't care about fruit baskets. And 86. I didn't watch that, so I have no opinion on those.
Pretty fair.
What do you think, Hector?
Renee, what'd you think? You said Nobara?
I said Nobara, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said the same thing.
Yeah.
But I would not be surprised if Comey won.
Yeah.
At all.
Nice person. Yeah. She is beloved by the internet.
She really is. Like they were hyped for her manga or for the anime even before it was announced.
Right.
Like once it got announced, it was getting so much love.
Like the manga was already hyped. Like it's rare to have a manga that's hyped. It's rare for that to happen. Enough for people who like don't watch it, who don't read manga to hear about it. Like I don't read manga at all, right? And I still knew about the hype of Comey. So that speaks a lot for it. And also, like go into any Discord server and you saw Comey's picture as all the profile pictures. Like she's just loved. So,
what servers are you going into?
But anime servers. What are you talking about?
I'm just kidding.
But why is Nobara your pick, Renee?
Kind of just what Rafa said. I just liked her attitude in Jujutsu Kaisen. At first, she came off as a little like snobby, but like her whatever her technique or whatever she did with like the voodoo dolls, like it just looked super cool. And I feel like that fight scene, once again, I keep bringing it up because it was such an amazing fight scene with her and Itadori. I think she totally killed that. Like she was just absolutely amazing. And yeah, I mean, she's just amazing. She's super cool. So I can see her winning. I hope she wins. She deserves it.
Me too. I mean, that is my top pick, but again, not surprised if Comey ends up taking it.
You're right.
All right, well, moving on, we have Best Protagonist, and the nominees are Eren Yeager for Attack on Titan Final Season Part 1, Joe from Megalobox 2 Nomad, Boji, Ranking of Kings, Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen, Otokawa from Odd Taxi, and Ai Oto from Wonder Egg Priority. This one was kind of hard.
Yeah, it is.
Well, not
this
really.
This one's also hard. This one's hard. Eren to me for part 1, he felt more like a bad guy than anything. This is the way the story is telling. So I feel like I wouldn't pick him for this. Joe from Megalobox to Nomad. I like that he's on here. I don't think he's gonna win, but he has in a sense like his character goes through like a redemption arc pretty much. Like so the way that season 1 of Megalobox ended, he was on top of the world, he won, and the way that season 2 introduces him, he's like bottom of the barrel. He's like addicted to like painkillers. Like he let everything go. Like he's like just like he's kicking rocks like all the way at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like he is like at the lowest of his low. So you watch him pretty much redeem himself and climb back up that ladder. So that's why I'm not surprised from being on here. But he's not gonna win. I know for a fact he's not gonna win. Boji, same thing. Like you were watching this underdog, try to do his best and make it. He's a king, but he's dead. He wants to become a king, but he's death. Whatever, So I don't really see him making it out of this. And my pick would be Yuji from Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. It has to be him. Like he's the homie. He's the boy right there. I mean, if I would have to make like a second pick, just because it would be between Eren Yeager because of the love of that show, or I from Wonder Egg Priority. because people like her a lot too. Like she's a fan favorite.
I have to watch it.
The concept is pretty cool. Like the concept is pretty cool too for the show itself. But like they really like this character. This character's like really loved. So
I can say right now, do not watch it in dub. It is a terrible dub.
You do? I don't know about that. You hate.
No, I went through like all the best voice acting in English dub, for like the list that we're gonna see later, and my God, even Yuji was really bad.
Oof.
I did not like a single dub that I heard. But Renee, who do you think is gonna be the best protagonist, or what's your pick?
This is hard, and it gets hard because like I didn't watch Megaloblocks or Odd Taxi, so it's kind of hard, and I feel like my picks are obviously biased a little bit just because like I'm picking the shows or the characters that I've seen. But I mean, I guess I am rooting for Itadori from Jujutsu, but I feel like Eren. I feel like he's both a protagonist, like a good protagonist and I don't know. It's hard. Like I'm gonna go. I want Itadori, but I wouldn't be surprised if Eren gets picked for this category.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah. I think I'm pretty much right there with you guys. I definitely think Yuji's gonna take this one, but I'm gonna spin it. I don't think Eren's gonna win it. If it's not Yuji, I think it's gonna be I.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way with you, Hector. Like, I want Itadori to win, but I can see it either going to Eren or I. If it doesn't go to Itadori.
Yeah, just because I am kind of in the same boat as like Eren just felt more like an antagonist than a protagonist in the first season.
Yeah.
Like I get it at some point I think it was towards the end he started to flip where he, became more of the hero role that we know and love out of him. But like, yeah, I don't know. Just I want Yuji to win. Wouldn't be mad if Eren won. I'd be a little upset if I won. Just because I just didn't watch it. I'm not that much of a fan of that show, so yeah. Well, those are our picks. Rafa, what's the next category?
All right, so the next category is best antagonist. So in other words, best bad guy. All right, so we have Eren Yeager, as we were just talking about, for Attack on Titan, the final season, part 1. Yano from Odd Taxi. I'm just gonna say Adam because that's where it is. This is Adam from Skate to Infinity, right? Shigaraki. I'm trying to not fuck up his name. Tomura. Shigaraki from My Hero. Echidna, thank you, from ReZero, and Teta Kisaki from Tokyo Revengers. Again, like we haven't seen it, but I mean, there's a reason that dude, Odd Taxi's in every single one of these.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
I think it's not in like 2.
Yeah, like Odd Taxi is in every single one of these. Like that, I'm telling you guys, this show is like we missed something here. We all three missed something here. Like, there's a reason why this show's everywhere. My pick definitely is gonna be Shigaraki.
Oof.
I mean, Shigaraki goes in, bro. Shigaraki's a beast, dude. Definitely. Like Eren, I feel like Eren's a close second, but like the thing is, the thing with me and Attack on Titan right now is just I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know who's winning. I don't know who's losing. I don't know who's the bad guy, who's a good guy. There's just so much fucking happening. There's just so much conflict, and like. If the fucking people from what's the name from the other island,
Marley.
If Marley was on here, I would have picked them because they're fucking assholes, right? But they're not on this list, right? So it's really hard to pick, and I can't pick Eren. I just can't because Eren. I'm so conflicted with that show. I don't know what to fucking do with that. Yano, I don't know anything about him. Skate, I don't know anything about that either, so I'm not picking them. The witch lady from ReZero, I never really pictured her as a bad guy. I thought
she's literally the witch. She is the reason why Subaru has his powers. Oh no,
that's not
the reason why. The reason why he learns about his powers. My bad.
Yeah, she's not the main witch.
She is a pretty bad guy. Just because like you find out more and more about her and like her connection to like Amelia and all this other stuff. Like I can see. I'm happy that she's on there, but I don't see her winning.
Yeah, I don't see her winning either because like what I've seen, it could be that maybe I missed something because what I've seen, because I'm not that far off from what ReZero is now. Like I'm pretty sure I'm missing a few episodes here and there, but I'm not that far off. And like I know that he talks to her and he learns more about her abilities or whatever. But to me, she kind of just seemed like a third party almost. You know, she's kind of just like, hey, I'm throwing this information out there. Let's just see what happens type of feeling. That's what I got from her. I really didn't feel like she was actually out there, trying to fuck shit up for this guy. I forgot his name, the main guy.
Subaru.
So Subaru, you're right. And then Kisaki from Tokyo Rangers, fuck him. He can go to hell. I hate him so much that I don't even want him to win. Fuck him.
So if anything, he was the best antagonist.
Yeah, right.
In a sense, yes. But Shiraki's the boy. Shiraki's the boy. You gotta get to Shiraki. Come on, man. He fucking went in. And like, I mean, the whole villain arc and like they're really hyping him up and Hector, you already know the shit's gonna go down. You read the manga. Like, I have high hopes for this. I'm rooting for him.
I have one kind of argument to it, but I'm gonna let Renee go first. Renee, who do you think is gonna be the best antagonist?
Once again, I am torn. Kind of like the same picks as Rafa. Like I like Shigaraki. But I can see them giving it to Eren as well.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be upset if either of them had won this category. Yes, I agree. I didn't like Kazaki either from Tokyo Revengers, and I haven't watched the other animes to actually know how those characters were, but my first pick would be Shigaraki, and then Eren.
Oh, yeah. I was not expecting Shigaraki.
Who were you expecting? Were you expecting Kazaki?
No, I was expecting Eren because that's my pick.
It's hard. So, like, it's hard because I love the villains in My Hero. Like I absolutely love them, and Shigaraki is just super badass. And we saw him evolved in the latest season, and I don't know. I guess maybe it is a little bit biased.
The reason I say Eren though is because like you saw Shigaraki for half of a core. Remember, he had like one half. It was just the villain academia, and then the rest of it was literally just Deku and power up and leveling up, and then learning about Endeavor and his family and all that shit. Like it was a training arc, Endeavor and his family, and then into the villain academia arc. While we get Eren for an entire season. So that's why I pick Eren.
But I don't know.
Again, I'm not mad if Shigaraki wins. Like you said, I know what the fuck is coming. I'm super excited for My Hero Academia. Like seeing that shit animated is gonna be fucking chef's kiss. But I mean, I think the rightful owner should be Eren. The fact that they even put Adam on there is kind of a fucking joke for Skate. Because that fucking character was, he was fucking a terrible character.
I didn't even.
He was a fucking terrible character. Show. Dude, it's a fucking joke. Echidna being on there, that's cool. Like, I'm happy that ReZero is getting at least put on something. This last season was really, really good, but I don't see her as an antagonist, even though I know she did do some pretty fucked up shit. Teta Kisaki, fuck that dude. I don't even want him to win like Rafa. And then Yano from Odd Taxi, like, hey, Odd Taxi. I mean, what else can we say but go watch Odd Taxi?
Yeah.
I think I'm actually gonna go watch it. It did its job, like what you said at the top of the list. Like, okay, maybe I should check this out. Like, it's not that bad of an anime. The fact that it's being on so many categories, but yeah.
Right. I don't know. I'm personally just conflicted with Attack on Titan. There's just so many moving pieces. I don't know who to do. I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to trust anymore. So,
but are you confused because of the current season or because of the season that technically they're talking about, which is part 1?
It could be that I'm putting both sides together. It could be that too. I don't know.
Because remember, you gotta take out part 2.
Yeah,
I gotta think about part 1.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. But
But even then, I mean, still, Shigaraki's not that bad of a pick, so I'm not mad at it.
What happened, Rafa?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was trying to think like where the first half ended for the final season. Like, what was the last episode?
Didn't you get the Warhammer Titan?
Yeah, it's the fight with the Warhammer. Yeah, and the scouts get involved and whatnot.
Yeah, it's when like Armin like destroys half of Marley and then they like dip out and they took the win. That was a W, and then that's it.
Oh shit! Maybe Edgar. Maybe Aaron might take it. I don't know.
I'm just saying, he literally fucked up Marley with a surprise attack
Yeah, he
and beat the
did.
Warhammer Titan and was able to escape.
But
And that's
like,
also when Sasha died.
yeah, but did we know? But did we know that Eren forced their hand to do that? You know?
Yeah,
Or
because
do
they
we?
literally talk about it like, we can't believe Eren made us do all this. And that's why they were all mad at him. And then they were even more mad at him when Sasha died. Because it was like, yo, we could have
No,
fucking had a
that
plan.
happened. No, that happened in season. That happened in the next part when he gets called out for that. That was in. That was in
No,
the
that
first
was all in
Part
season.
one.
That was all in part one.
Part 1.
Really? When he
Yep.
gets called out for
Yeah,
it?
that was
Yep.
all in part one.
Yep.
Shit. All right. I'm
Yep.
fit. I'm split. I'm 50-50. I don't even know anymore.
And I think I want to change my
I'm fine
answer.
with either one.
I think I want
You
You want
Eren.
to change your answer now?
Yeah, I think I want Eren.
I'm split. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, it's hard, but thinking about part 1 again, I think Eren should win.
Nah, fuck it. I'm sticking Shigaraki. Shigaraki. Just because that one scene where he killed all those people in one go. Remember that one scene?
Oh yeah, it's like
Big
fucking
him.
Rama. I'm gonna go. But yeah,
Yeah.
no. So that's our picks. One Shigaraki or two Shigaraki, or one Shigaraki.
One Shigaraki.
I was thinking
Oh,
Shigaraki.
one Shigaraki and two
I'm
Eren.
switching to
We
Eren.
brought it over to our side, baby. All right,
Yeah.
well,
I was already
I'm picking
torn.
Shigaraki. I'm also very torn, but I'm picking
I'm torn.
Shigaraki because that man is dedicated for the craft of evil. He had pipes and shit going into his body. He was getting electrocuted and shit. I'm picking him. That's
solid
dedication.
pick. Well,
Yeah.
moving on, Renee. It's what's the next category?
All right, this is a pretty cool category. This is for the best fight scene. Yes. Okay. So we have hold on. Let me zoom out. Oh shoot, I lost it. Give me 1 second. Here you go. Okay. So you have Eren Yeager versus the Warhammer Titan from part 1. Wow, that's a good one. Man, I hope this doesn't spoil anything for me. Naruto versus Ishiki from Boruto Naruto Next Generations. Great. We have the Itadori and Toto versus Hanami from Jujutsu Kaisen, Second Core. We have I pronounce their last names over their first. But anyways, Itadori and Nobara from going against Izao and Kenchitsu from Jujutsu Kaisen, which is the fight I keep referencing because that fight was absolutely amazing. Elma versus Toru from Ms. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. And Vivi versus Yugo from Vivi Fluoride Eye Song. Yeah, I think I said it right. Damn.
These are all great picks.
These are super solid picks. Honestly,
These are all great picks.
I can see one winning because of the importance of it, and I wouldn't be mad at it, except for the choreography was not that great.
Which one are you talking about?
Naruto Uzumaki versus Ishiki Otsutsuki.
Okay.
I can see that one purely winning off of like the importance and the consequences and like just how fucking impactful that one fight scene is. It's not even like the fight scene was like crazy good, because it's really not. It does not compare to either of the choreography, like for the fighting for Jujutsu Kaisen, but like the aftermath of like the fight and like, you know, everything that the characters went through, and then what happens even after that. Like, dude, like I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if that went off the sheer impact, I guess, that it brought to the table.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I don't want to spoil it for Renee, but I'm telling you that shit, delicious.
I have so much to catch up in Boruto.
I'm happy that Elma and Toru got nominated for this fight, because Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, it's a show that I do love and enjoy. I always talk about it. And the really cool thing about the show is that it's a slice of life comedy, but when it has those action scenes, they fucking go in on their animations. They always do. So it's always cool. Like, that was a really good fucking fight scene, and it's really surprising when they do stuff like that for this type of show. And I'm just happy they got nominated. It's not gonna win. I know for a fact it's not gonna win, but I'm happy it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been got nominated. Eren Yeager versus Warhammer Titan. That was a cool fight.
Cool.
But that's not my pick. I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen's both of those fights are way better than that fight, hands down. And Vivi I don't know if you guys seen anything about this show, but this show looks really fucking badass, and I'm actually kind of upset that I overlooked this show like crazy. Like the animation looks insane for this show.
I know I wanted to watch it because I have seen just animation of it, but like I haven't heard anything about the story. I just saw like a clip on like TikTok, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool. What's the anime is this?" And then I saw VV Fluorite Eye Song, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Like apparently, like the main girl is, she's like an android assassin type of thing going on with her, and like it's in the future. I think there's time travel involved. Don't quote me on that. I just know that she's like she's like an android, and she's like out there trying to kill people or whatever.
Oh shit, Ghost in the Shell.
It's kind of type of shit like that, and like dude, the animation is like, you know, like when you watch like one of those like the raid, like that like when they're watching like those movies where like they're fighting and it's all like really really well choreographed, like the fight scenes. It looks like that, but just animated. Like it looks really fucking good, like crazy good. Like it's insane how good that looks. So I can't pick that myself because I haven't seen that show, but it's something that I want to see. That's something that's like I have to check out this show. But my pick is going to be Iritori and Nobara because I love that fucking fight scene. I always go back and watch that fight scene whenever I can. I love everything about that fight scene. No, and Iritori and I forgot the name of the other guy, his
Toto?
brother, Toto. That fight scene was badass. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to undersell that fight scene. That fight scene was fucking cool, especially how like their powers were going together and how they were in sync and everything. But because I just love Nobara like that, and I'm being biased as fuck. I'm picking that fight scene over this.
I was about to say your bias is mad showing in this one.
Yeah, I'm being extremely biased, and I don't even fucking care. I'm picking that fight scene. I loved it. I love when Nobara starts showing off her powers, and she's like, you know, you think like she's kind of done and done it now, and she's like, oh, well, check this shit out. I haven't showed you guys.
Yeah, I haven't
showed
the hairpin. Ding.
That shit was so fucking badass, and like the facial expressions they had, and like that beautiful like we could see like I don't know if you guys are looking at the nominees, but like that right there, that's like a wallpaper could be right there. You know, they're like standing next to each other. Like it was such a badass fucking fight scene. I don't care if I'm being biased. That's my fucking pick right there.
Renee, what's your pick for this one?
Okay. Same. I keep referencing that scene a lot. It's like the most like I feel like that is like that episode was like just top tier. And I haven't seen Jujutsu Kaisen in a long time, and I just remember that scene, and like the action was just so fluid. It was just so beautiful, and I just remember seeing it, and I'm like, holy crap, like they absolutely killed it with this. So that's my pick. If I had like a runner up, I actually enjoyed the scene with Eren going against the Warhammer Titan. I just personally like the way the Titans looked. I thought the Warhammer Titan has to be like one of my favorite looking Titans. And just like seeing all the like weapons that she was able to create with her hardening, like it was just super cool. That's my runner up. So, yeah.
Okay. We'll love the passion coming out of both of you, Rafa and Renee. You love to see it, but I'm telling you guys why you're wrong. It's Yuji Itadori and Toto versus Hanami. And the only reason I say that is because if you put the choreography side by side against each other, Toto and Itadori had a better fight tag team than Nobara and Itadori, which was kind of crazy because like, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, I'm not saying it's a bad pick. I'm just saying that like the Hanami fight was not only more important, but because it was like one of the like, upper demons, and like you got to see like a humanoid side of them. Where he's like, yo, like Hanami was like, I can see why. What is that guy's name? The guy that like that is the human curse. I forgot his name. We know what I'm talking about. Yeah. She's like, wow, I understand why he enjoys fighting now. Like I'm feeling this the feeling of enjoyment. I'm actually having fun. Like you see her like go all out, you know, unlocking her weapon, or I think it's like her right arm, which is like the giant flower cannon thing, and you see more about her, which we've never seen before. And then we also see like Yuji for the first time ever using Black Flash, and then seeing a little cutscene within that entire fight scene, seeing the cutscene of them going to Nanami, and he's like, yeah, you know, bragging about his like 7 times that he used Black Flash in a row, and just that weird silhouette of just him talking, and like in an interview, and then we go back and we see Yuji just do 9 in a row. It's just like it was fucking crazy. Then we also see like how Toto slaps him in the face to get him like locked in for the fight because he's worrying about so many things. And then probably my favorite part of the entire fight scene was like how they incorporated Spanish music for every time Toto clapped. So like you just heard like salsa music in the background as they're like straight up fighting blow for blow against Hanami. Like I don't know, man. That entire fight scene was just so like it was. I'm not gonna say leaps and bounds better than Nobara fight because I mean honestly, just seeing Nobara like pop off and like using her resonance with putting the nails in her own arm and injuring herself and everything, like it was fucking dope. Probably my favorite scene out of all that was just like when she fell and Yuji's like, "Is that as fast as you could run?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, hold on, let me put you on my back real quick," and then just fucking bolts through the fucking trees. Like that shit was cool. Don't get me wrong, but I honestly think that the Yuji and Toto fight versus Hanami was just better. It was better choreographed fighting wise. But aesthetically and view, like whatever, the Nobara fight was cool. So I give it a Toto, but
yeah,
I'm fine with either one winning, honestly.
Right.
But I think fight wise or the actual fight, Yuji and Toto was better.
I don't know, like for the reason I'm picking Nobara for the most part is because I'm like watching both fights.
I'm just kidding.
I am being biased. I'm not even gonna like deny it. I'm being biased, but like. I watching both fights, the Nobara fight, I had chills going down my spine watching it.
Yes, same.
I was just
was it because it was Nobara?
Yeah, it was. Like,
yeah.
She's awesome.
She's cool.
And like when she had like the whole poison thing, like the flower design on her arm or whatever, and she's like,
cool.
She's like, "Oh, you fucked up now, dog," and she like put the nails
you
in
activated my trap card.
I was just like, "Yo, let's go!" Like, dude, I was so fucking hyped for this fight. Nothing against the Toto fight. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you made great fucking points. Like, you do have a bit of reason in here. But I'm being biased as fuck, and I'm picking over all the way, baby.
I mean, fair. It's fair. Yeah. But yeah, I think those are our picks. We got Renee with the Nobara and Itadori fight, Rafa with the Nobara and Itadori fight, and me with the Itadori and Toto fight. But we keep it a moving because now we're going into some sticky territory voting for the next category of Best Director. We have Yuichiro Hayashi for Attack on Titan Final Season Part 1, Sung-Hoo Park for Jujutsu Kaisen Core 2, Yo Moriyama for Megalobox 2 Nomad, Baku Kinoshita for Odd Taxi, Shingo Natsume for Sunny Boy, and Shin Wakabayashi for Wonder Egg Priority. Renee, we're gonna go to you first. What do you think for Best Director?
But see, this is hard because I haven't seen some of these shows.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure I haven't watched 4 of those shows. So
I mean, I've only seen like 2. So once again, I feel bad like having to pick when I don't really know. When I haven't seen all these amazing, like, I mean, they're here for a reason. So, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna give it to probably a Yuichiro Hayashi for Attack on Titan. I mean, I keep talking about how I'm enjoying part 2 of the season more than part 1, but like, don't get me wrong, part 1 was still absolutely amazing. I mean, I love everything about Attack on Titan, the story, like just the world that you're put in. I'm gonna have to give it to that Attack on Titan. That's my pick.
Okay.
Final answer.
Final
answer. Locking in. Rafa, what'd you think?
This was interesting for me because for Best Director, I'm happy to see that Sunny Boy's on here. I don't know, because like I want Sunny Boy to win because Sunny Boy was such a fucking trip of an anime. Like it's such a like the undertaking of just trying to like keep everything together and still be able to tell this story and like and still make it as weird and confusing as it is, but still being able to tell you the story. Like I feel like I should give props to the director for that because like, bro, if you're not paying attention, you get lost, and you're still paying attention, you get lost. Like the Sunny Boy is a sleeper hit, and I feel like people don't I mean, you guys heard me talk about this show 1,000,000,000 times, and how much I fucking love this show and how insane I think it is, and just like I want it to win, but I know it's not gonna win.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not gonna win at all. I don't know, man. This is a hard pick because again, we have Attack on Titan on here. We have Jujutsu Kaisen on here. You guys know we love these shows. We went through this before. But then there's Megalo Boxing, which is like the story of of Joe, coming his redemption story, and you guys already heard me talk about Odd Taxi, like how much backing that show has. And another great show, Wonder Egg Priority, and like all the stuff they have going on. I don't know what to pick here. I want anybody to win, but that's me being selfish here. But for best director, I would say Attack on Titan.
Ooh,
I would just pick Attack on Titan. Just because it's the it's a bigger show from the other ones. And just and the way that season 4 started, the final season, the whole, in a sense, kind of flipping things on its head, and just the whole direction that went in. Like,
Yep.
I guess that would be my big pick, I guess. But deep down, I want Sunny Boy to win, but they're not. But they're not going to get it. So.
Yeah. Out of this list, kind of a surprise pick, but I actually would not be surprised if Wonder Egg Priority wins.
Right.
It was one of the most absolute talked about anime from last season, or not even last season, just all last year. So I would not be surprised if it won. But I'm honestly giving it to Jujutsu Kaisen. I'd be happy with Jujutsu Kaisen or Attack on Titan, but I'm giving it to Jujutsu Kaisen, just because the second core really like ramped up even more from what the first season showed us, or the first core showed us. So I really liked it, but I mean, regardless, I'd be happy with either Attack on Titan or Jujutsu Kaisen, but I would not be surprised at all if Wonder Egg Priority won, like without a doubt. But yeah, I mean, yeah. I will say though, going on with the rest of the list, since we've been talking about the awards for a while, or for a big part of the show. We're just gonna skip all the way down to the best action, best comedy, best drama, best romance, and best fantasy. So I think it's actually Rafa's turn.
You don't want to do best animation?
I mean, just really quickly, just say your pick. No need to explain. Just say what you think you're gonna pick. But you can go ahead and say the nominations then, Rafa.
Best animation is Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train arc, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, S, Vivi, Fluorite, Eye Song, right? Wonder Egg Priority, Muji Tensei, Jawa's Recognition Core 1, and Jujutsu Kaisen Core 2. My pick is Jujutsu Kaisen Core 2. The animation is just fucking stellar.
Oh,
I think it's the best. My runner-up would be Vivi, because that shit looks insane. Like, that's the reason I want to watch it. The animation was insane.
Renee, what's your pick for the animation? Best animation in 2021.
I know people had problems with so I really like Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train arc. I know people had like problems with like how some of the like CG looked in it, but I've always been a big fan of Demon Slayer, and I always loved the visuals. So like I kind of want them to win. Everything just always looks absolutely stunning. But I haven't seen Vivi. I've heard a lot about it. I've seen the visuals for that too, and it looks absolutely beautiful. So I wouldn't be surprised if that wins. But my pick is going to be Demon Slayer for best animation.
Ooh, absolutely same. I think Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train arc is going to be the winner. The vibrant colors is just really great. I mean, what else can I say? Would not be surprised if Jujutsu Kaisen won though. I would be really surprised if Miss Kobayashi won, but it has some really solid animation that I've seen. So
Miss Kobayashi has beautiful animation.
Yeah. But
I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen is. I just
they're just heavier hitters. Yeah.
Yeah. I know you want to go to comedy and action, Hector, but I mean, we can't ignore best opening sequence. This is the opening songs.
Ooh.
Come on.
I mean, okay, if we're gonna say this, we gotta like speed run through it because we've been talking about this for an hour.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna rant on it. I'm not gonna rant on it. Okay. So, but vote for best opening sequence.
Hold on, it's Renee's. Renee.
Oh, well, I was just gonna speedrun through it. Okay.
Well, we're gonna go in the order. Come on now, we can't skip the order.
Okay, so this is best opening sequence. Okay, so we have. I'm not gonna pronounce the title. Okay, I guess I kind of do. The Boku no Senso by for Attack on Titan. We have Vivid Vice. For Jujutsu Kaisen Core 2, Odd Taxi from. Oh, that's the name of the song. Odd Taxi from Odd Taxi. Kai Butsu from Beastars. I Know Supreme from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. And then we have Crybaby from Tokyo Revengers. I hated that song.
Right, yeah. I don't know why that's on here.
It was actually
Someone
really
voted.
bad.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, I'm torn.
There is a clear winner here, and I know for a fact both of you didn't pick it.
Who is it?
Did you guys go through all of them and listen to them?
I've only heard 4 of these.
Same.
Beastar has the better song than everything else, but the best visuals go to Jujutsu Kaisen. But I voted Beastars because it had the best song.
Is it that I feel like I did see the opening. But anyways, my pick is Jujutsu Kaisen. That fucking opening hits.
Vivid
The
Vice.
song was
It's a
not
good
as
song.
good as the visuals.
It hits.
I love that song.
I do like the Attack on Titan opening. I like the imagery that's going on.
Nobody liked that one, dude.
I like the song. I don't like the visuals.
I love the visuals. Those visuals were insane. Like with the birds falling and the little kids were falling and shit like that.
You know what's funny is like that. Yeah, that intro, people didn't come to like it until like more than halfway into the first part of the season.
I like.
So it's like it was funny because it was literally a fucking meme. Like people at the beginning of the season were like, "Yo, what the fuck is this shit?" And then as the season kept going on, you just see like like the little not the gift, but the scene of the anime girl where she turns on the TV and just starts dancing, like with the green dress. They just started fucking putting those videos of the Attack on Titan song, like saying like, "Yeah, we fuck with this song now," and it was just fucking funny as shit. She's like, "All right, enough of this."
I liked it from the beginning. I love the song. Like for Attack on Titan, the openings need to be big, need to be fucking like you need that like that casting back going like like it needs to be fucking huge, right? They only did that in I think it was like season 3, opening 1, when it was fucking garbage. Ever since then, they went big. They're going huge with it. This fits that. This fits it. The visuals were more darker. It's a good fucking opening. My guilty pleasure pick, I guess, would be Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. It's a good fucking opening. It's a lot of fun.
I watched it. It's
like,
really good.
It's such a good fucking opening. The song's like really upbeat. Like it's a good opening, but I had to get to Jujutsu Kaisen because that opening hits every single time. The animation is so fucking smooth. That's some good shit. Fuck Tokyo Revengers opening. That shit sucks ass. That should not be on this list.
What's your pick, Renee?
Yeah, man, that hurts my feelings that it made it on in this category.
Dude, Blue Period is better than that. Fucking comin. Oh my god, whatever.
Hey man, they might not win.
Right.
They're definitely not.
So it's hard. So I really like the Boku no Senso song from Attack on Titan. I really like that song. But the visuals were a little like meh. It wasn't my favorite intro out of all the Attack on Titan seasons. I do feel like Jujutsu Kaisen, Vivid Vice, it's not, I love that song. I like just overall with the visuals, with the song, I think that's just a better matchup. I just think that should win because it was a really good intro. But it's hard because once again, I really like the Attack on Titan one, but like the visuals were like meh. So yeah, I'll give it to Vivid Vice for Jujutsu. That's
after the pod or whenever you guys have a chance, go listen. And the visuals are okay, but go listen to Kaibutsu by Yaosobi for Beastars. Fucking fire song.
See, but I take it all in, not just the song.
Right. Like
but I'm telling you, the song is better. Song is better than Jujutsu Kaisen's. Visuals, they're okay, but they're not nowhere near as good as the visuals for Jujutsu.
Okay.
So I like song or visuals because at the end of the day, what are you gonna remember, the song or the visual?
Both.
Yeah. It's not the cat. You sing the song. You don't sing the visual.
I know, but the visuals are in my mind. when I'm singing the song.
Stop the cap. But anyways, moving on. We're going straight to best action. Who cares about the ending scene? It's whatever.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Best action we have, and we'll speed run these. Attack on Titan final season part 1. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Mugen Train arc. Jujutsu Kaisen Core 2. SSS. Denizenon, whatever. One Direct Party and Vivi Fluoride's Egg Song. I say Jujutsu Kaisen for best action last year.
Definitely, it's definitely Jujutsu Kaisen. It's definitely Jujutsu Kaisen. There's nowhere near anything else beats it. Again, Vivi's on here, and I really want to check it out because, like, you know, we said it, Hector. Like, we saw those clips. It looks insane. But I mean, Attack on Titan has some cool shit going on, but I mean, Jujutsu
action.
That action is just, god damn, it's so fucking good.
What's your pick, Renee?
I think I'm gonna go with Demon Slayer, Mugen Train arc.
Oh,
yeah, for best action. I think the scenes with the like the upper 6 demons and such. I think those were really, with Rengoku and everything. I think those were. I don't know. Yeah, that's my pick.
Go ahead, Rafa. Hit her with the finger.
Ready, Hector?
Sorry, that's my pick.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, this one's some cap right here. But okay, you know what? Everybody's entitled to their opinions.
That's a hot take if I ever heard one. That
is definitely indeed a hot take.
Renee's first hot take.
Live on stream, you love to see that. Rafa, give us the best comedy.
All right, best comedies. Here we go. Now this is my section right here. All right, this is best comedy. Is Don't Toy With Me, Ms. Nagatoro. Komi Can't Communicate. Ms. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Heaven's Design Team. Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan and Odd Taxi. Again, look at Odd Taxi. It's in every single fucking
They're
category.
in every category.
Yeah. Shoot, this is for my pick. Damn, this is hard.
I picked Komi.
You think Komi?
Yeah. From what I watched, I mean, I tried watching Don't Toy With Me, but it gave me mega I'm gonna bully this guy because I like him vibes.
That's the whole show. Yeah, that's the whole show.
That's why I don't like it. And I like Komi because of, like, she's like this beautiful girl, but she literally just can't fucking talk. And then it was just fucking funny to me. So I just liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it, but I mean, I liked Komi.
I'm gonna pick Komi. If I would have to give it like a close second, I'll give Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid because that's a really funny show. I really did enjoy the hell out of the show. But I there's been a couple of times where I like actually laughed out loud to Komi Can't Communicate and the antics and the shenanigans. And there's one specific character that always makes me laugh in that show. She's like obsessed with Komi. She's like stalker obsessed with her, and she makes the most hilarious faces. I love it. Ms. Nagatoro, I enjoy it, but like, yeah, I can see how like her picking on him could like turn people away from it. This is definitely gonna be won by Komi Can't Communicate. If not, Miss Kobayashi might steal it, but Komi is my main pick. You're right, Hector. I agree with you.
Once again, I feel like I didn't watch these for best comedy. So I feel like it's not fair for me to pick. But if I had to pick, I don't know. It's not fair though.
You can trick down with us. You can just say Komi.
Yeah, either Komi or like Don't Toy With Me, just because of how Rafa was just talking about the shows. Because I know he's watched them. So either of those two. But yeah, once again, I didn't really watch any of the comedy ones, so it's hard to really pick. But I'll just go with you guys for this one.
Well, Renee, give us best drama then.
Best drama. All right, here we go. We got 86. Fruit Baskets, the final season. Kageki Shoujo. Odd Taxi, To Your Eternity, and Wonder Egg Priority.
Ooh.
You know
I'm
what?
not gonna lie, I've only really watched one.
Like,
I
watched two.
I only watched Kaigi Shoujo all the way. I seen a little bit of Egg Priority, and I think I saw like episode 1 of like To Your Eternity. But apparently, To Your Eternity is really fucking good, like really good. It's one of those like sleeper anime. What I'm just gonna say this really quickly. You know what? I would not be surprised if Odd Taxi wins Anime of the Year because it's in every fucking category. You know, so
they have to win something.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm gonna pick Kaigi Shoujo. I fucking love that anime. I haven't seen enough of everything else to really make an opinion of it. Kaigi Shoujo was a fucking ride. I just loved it. I want more of this show. I'm just happy it got nominated again, and hopefully, because it is getting some attention, we are gonna get a season 2 because it does kind of leave off with like a season 2 vibes. Please, I want a season 2 of this show. It's good. The drama's good for the show. It's legit. It's some good shit here.
Okay.
Yeah, if you like drama, watch it. It's also funny too, but
I'm giving my pick to 86. I liked what I watched from the first season, but I dropped it because like. Actually, no, I take it back. Wonder Egg's winning this. Why did I think of anything else? Wonder Egg is 100% winning best drama, but I would not be mad, and I'd be happy if 86 won because I did like what I watched. I just never finished watching it. And I mean, even then, 86, the second core of it, was like top 3, top 5 a lot of the times in like the last season. So I wouldn't be surprised with that one either. But Wonder Egg is definitely. I think it's 100% taking this one. This is pretty an easy pick for best drama.
I was gonna say that I wouldn't be surprised if 86 wins it, or if not Wonder Egg. But I'm gonna be biased. I'm picking Kaigi Shoujo. I don't care. That's my pick.
I'm just gonna pick Wonder Egg Priority just because once again, yeah, they've been like in every category. So they're doing something right. So I'm just gonna go with that as my pick.
All right, well, there you have it. Into best romance. The best romance we have Beastars. Don't Totally Miss Nagatoro-san. Kind of weird that's even on there. Comin Can't Communicate. Fruit Basket, the final season. Horimiya and the Duke of Death and his maid. Easy clap. Horimiya just takes this one.
Yeah,
Easy.
I mean,
this is just so easy. Beastars, that was such a fucking weird romance. Fruit Basket, I know a lot of people love it, but I mean, come on, Horimiya was just the better love anime of that season. Don't Totally Nagatoro-san, again. Fucking weird to even be considered a romance. Like I understand, but no.
Not really. Well, the thing is, Nagatoro-san, they didn't really start hinting at like the romance or whatever
until the very
end. And in Komi, there are a few hints here and there, but it's not enough to be like, okay, this is actually like an actual romance. If we're giving it based on romance, Horimiya is the most romance anime that's out there, like straight up right now. Like I'm not even gonna. I haven't even seen it, and I will give it to it.
Yeah, it's definitely fucking good. If you like romance animes, anybody in the chat or anybody watching this, later on, this is it. This is the pick. If you like romance animes, just watch this. It gives you everything you need in one season.
It gives you everything that you wish for in all the other anime. They don't fuck around. They're like, yeah, we like each other. Let's fucking do this. It's like what you get from at the end of like all the other romance animes, you get it like 3-4 episodes in.
Beastars season 2 wasn't a romance. It really wasn't, and I fully agree with you, Griffin. Fully agree. That's why I said I'm surprised it's even on there. That's a fucking weird pick. But Rafa, give us the last and final one that we're going to be talking about for the Anime Awards 2021 Crunchyroll.
You don't want to do a best movie, or
yeah, no. Let's just do best fantasy. I don't really care about best movie.
Okay, so best fantasy category that I have no reason to really talk about this. Mushoku Tensei Jawa's Reincarnation Core 1. That time I got reincarnated as a slime season 2. To Your Eternity. Ranking of Kings. The Case Study of Vanitas and Wonder Egg Priority. I would just give it to Mushoku Tensei just because this show is just like a fucking powerhouse. A fucking show. Like it's a fucking powerhouse right here. Like I'm surprised this show was not in the best anime of this year.
Yeah, because weren't they like number 1? Like
every week? A lot of times, yeah.
Yeah, like this show has a huge fucking fan base. People are giving this show so much fucking love. I'm surprised it didn't show up in the best of anime. But I guess they're giving it to you here. This is more. Well, this category is more for Hector. I'm pretty sure you've watched almost all these shows here. No, right?
The only one I haven't watched is the Case Study of Vanitas and a little bit of Wonder Egg Priority.
Yeah,
like I completely have not touched Case Study of Vanitas. I know it has like a lot of fucking it has a pretty big fan base too, but I haven't touched it at all. I watched Wonder Egg Priority a little bit, like maybe like the first 3 episodes, then I just kind of stopped watching it completely. Ranking King, same things. Watched the first 3 episodes. To Your Eternity, I watched 3/4 of it, got bored of it, into it. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. It was fucking great. This last season was really, really good. We got some cool like super climactic stuff that like just popped off really big for Rimuru, which is the slime. And then Mushoku Tensei, like it's one of the new favorite shows that I absolutely love. I mean, it got me into reading the manga and I guess finding out that that's not even good either. It's light novel based, but even then, I really really love it. And I think Mushoku Tensei, Rafa hit the nail on the head. Like it's pretty much its category. Yeah, what do you think, Renee?
I can see. Well, I didn't watch it, but I can see them winning. I'm actually watching the case study of Vanitas just because I know season 2 had came out this season, so I'm watching season 1. It was on my list. I just haven't had time to just finish it in time, but I'm really 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 liking it a lot. Like the animation is super awesome. The characters, the world. So just by like it'll be cool to see them win because I'm really really liking it and I know a lot of people are hyped about it. I actually wouldn't even be surprised if Ranking of Kings once again wins, just because I also think there's a lot of hype behind that show. A lot of people keep talking about it. But yeah, wouldn't be surprised if Bushoku Tensei takes the win for this category. But yeah, it would just be nice. It would be nice to see the case study of Anita's win.
Okay, well, that was a lot. We talked about an hour and 15 minutes worth of the anime awards, but I mean, hey, we got to give it its props. We got to give it,
the
focus.
2021 anime.
Exactly, yeah. But
and then we'll find out the results next week. We'll discuss the results next week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, voting of us recording right now. The voting ends tomorrow.
Right.
So 25th of January is when it ends. If you're watching and you want to go vote and put your opinion out there, now is the chance because I'm pretty sure it ends like really early tomorrow, Tuesday. But yeah, so moving on. Seeing as how we are pushing very very like long limits. We're gonna go to the winter 2022 anime picks because we've skipped this like 3 times at this point. For like anime, so we're just gonna say our picks. And then we're gonna give our top pick that isn't AOT or Demon Slayer. Because obviously we watch those heavy, considering we talk about them every week. So yeah.
Hector, I'm sorry, I keep stepping on your toes this whole podcast, but do you not want to do the top 10 rankings of the week?
I'm not even lying, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought it up because I 100% forgot about that. I remember I posted it, right? Like it's like super up in the chat. But okay, so I mean, if you have it up, go for it. We'll just like speed run through that too. But so yeah, let's go for it. Go for it.
Cool. So Anime Corner, as you guys know, this is the top 10 anime of the week. We always go through it. This is week 2 from January 14th to the 21st of 2022. Starting out at number 10 is Arifureta. From Commonplace. Thank you. From Commonplace to World's Strongest, whatever the hell the rest of that name is. Season 2, it went from 12 to 10, moving up 2 spots. You know anything about this anime, Hector? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Really good.
Good stuff.
Super etch. So.
Okay. All right. Number 9, Ranking of Kings. It went down 1 space. It was at 8. Now it's at 9. I'm hearing a lot of good things about this show. That they're really doing some good world building, and apparently this next season or this half should be even better. Number 8 is How a Realistic Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom Part 2. It went from 7 to 8, so it moved down 1 space. I don't know anything about this show. I don't know if you Hector know anything about this.
That's okay. It's really slow right now.
Slow? Okay.
Yeah, I can see why it's 8.
Most likely that's why it went down a space. Number 7 is The Genius Prince Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt. It went from 10th place to 7th. This is the one that you were telling. I think you talked about this last week, Hector. You're saying that the guy he doesn't want to be king, so he's trying to figure out a way to pass it off to somebody else. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Okay,
it got really good. I can see why it jumped up 3 spots for sure.
Nice. Number 6 is Akibi's Sailor Uniform. It went from 4th to 6th. It's just I am watching this. It's just anime girls hanging out, just another typical slice of life shit. So I'm not surprised that it dropped down 6. It dropped down to number 6. It could be kind of boring. I can see that. I can see people not really fucking with it because there's no real gimmick to it. They're just kind of hanging out, So number 5, it's Sabikui Bisco from 6 to 5. It's like an action. It's a weird ass action anime for sure. So we'll see how that one goes. Like mushrooms are involved. I don't know. It's weird as shit. And then the top 4. Here we go. Number 4 is the case study of Vanitas Part 2. It's a new entry. I guess it started airing this week. I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's straight up a number 4. That has no place to move because that's where it started. So there's a lot of hype behind that. I know Renee is definitely starting to get into that. Number 3, a show that we're all kind of really into is My Dress Up Darling. In the same rank, did not move. Not surprising that this did not move anywhere, right? Because the top 2, right? But it's nice that it's holding its spot, right? Number 2, Attack on Titan final season part 2. That's when this girl made that ugly ass face.
Yelena.
Right? Same spot, did not move. Makes sense. And then number 1, Demon Slayer, the entertainment arc at number 1 didn't move either because that's when shit's starting to pop off with the fights starting to go off. So it's a pretty cool list. Our top 10 list right here. There's some other anime that I'm watching that's in below top 10, but
Same.
I feel like this is not my season, honestly. But yeah, that's the rankings of this week.
Well, since we're talking about the winter 2022 season, let's just dive into our picks. And I'm just gonna just literally spit all the shit that I got. So this season I'm watching a hefty amount. I was starting writing them down, and I was like, oh shit, I'm actually watching a lot. I'm watching, which we all are. So I'll just say them for everybody: Demon Slayer, the new season; AOT, the new season; My Dress Up Darling; Arifureta, How a Realist Hero Built the Kingdom; The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest; The Genius Prince's Guide to Raising a Nation Out of Debt; Sabuki Bisco, The Irregular at Magic High School Reminiscence Arc; Love of Kill; and Orient. The show that I'm most excited for, I even dare say more excited for than Demon Slayer and AOT, is My Dress Up Darling. And the only reason I say that, and I know Rafa agrees or understands why, is because I know exactly what's happening in AOT and in Demon Slayer. So like the fact that I get a new refreshing story that I've never seen before that is honestly making me really want to read the manga. My Dress Up Darling is just fucking dope. It's just enjoyment factor, and I'm enjoying it so much because it's something brand new. Pretty much it. But that is what I'm watching this season. We're gonna go straight to Renee. What are you watching this season?
Okay. So yeah, I know like 3 of these are like on all of our lists. Obviously, yeah, AOT, Demon Slayer. Yeah, My Dress Up Darling. This was definitely something that I was not planning on watching. But you know what? I'm pretty hooked. It's very different from what I'm accustomed to watching, like I said, but it's really good. I just love the animation. It gets weird. I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little weird, but it's cute. I like a good, love story. Then I actually have Sabikui Bisco on my list. And then I have Love of Kill. And I was also watching Orient and Futsal Boys, but I'm dropping those.
Fair. Futsal Boys was hilarious. I remember you putting in the chat like, "Yo, this is not Haikyuu, bro."
Dude,
I was like, "Yup."
Yeah, and then for everyone, I'm currently watching Haikyuu, so I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm liking this sports anime. Let me get this other sports anime a shot, and it just hurt my feelings. So I watched the first episode, and that's just a no. So like my top pick, I like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan. So this is hard. Top pick, I'm gonna go. So it's Love of Kill.
Ooh.
I don't like.
That's good.
So I watched the first. I think it's like 2 episodes out. I knew nothing of the show. I just saw it, like it kind of just popped up on Crunchyroll one day, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna watch it. Because it wasn't on my initial list. And you know what? I was like so hooked. I just wanted to keep watching, but there was only 2 episodes. And I think it was placed like 19th on the rankings list, and it kind of hurt my feelings. Because I think it's really, really good, and it seems like a love story, but I don't know. There's still a lot that's unfolding, but I'm kind of looking forward to just watching that show. So that's my top pick.
Fully agree. Rafa, what you got for us?
We already said it. Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer. We get those out the way. Dress Up Darling. We also said that. I'm watching Miss Koru's. Yeah, I can't even say this name, bro. From the Monster Development Department. I'm not gonna try to say your name. It's a comedy anime. You know, it's pretty much sort of seeing the other side of like the whole Power Rangers thing. Like there's like Power Rangers, and then there's like how like every week they have like a different monster come up in Power Rangers. So pretty much this show follows the team that actually makes the monsters. It's really fun concept. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And like a lot of those superheroes that they show like in the anime are actual like Power Rangers in Japan, and they give them shout outs at the end. And they show them like in like the actual pictures of them. It's really cool. It's a really fun concept. I'm really enjoying the hell out of this show. This is another show that I was talking to Hector about. Life as an ordinary guy who reincarnated into a total fantasy knockout. I'm really liking this show. This show is hilarious. The two friends, it's an isekai, which is weird because I'm not really into isekai, but I love the twist in this one. I love the twist in this one. Is that two friends, they're in their 30s, they get transported into this new world. One of them gets transported into a girl, and the other guy's he's still the same or whatever. But like, because they start like liking each other because one's a boy, one's a girl, and the girl, she's like a cute girl, or whatever. And like they're like, damn, are we cursed by the goddess that brought us here to make us fall in love with each other? Like, it's fucking wacky as all shit, and it's hilarious because like they're looking at each other and they're like, and then like something's happening and they start getting like that sparkly eye type shit, like, oh my god, look how cute she is, or look how awesome he is, and they're like, wait, what the fuck? I know who this person actually is. Like, why am I like falling in love with him? Like, it's fucking funny. I'm enjoying the hell out of this show too. Another show that I'm really enjoying is called Police in a Pod. It follows two police officers who are just
that sounds insane.
It's funny. This out of all of them, this is the funniest one, hands down.
Ooh.
This is the funniest one. It's just them, going on calls and shit like that. It feels like a office comedy type thing. Like it's a lot of goofy shit happening. It's really funny. The dialogue's great. Like this. One of the jokes that always stuck to me, and it's such an obvious joke you can make, like with police humor or whatever, but like it works so well in the show, is like one of the officers, she was getting hit on by this dude, and she's like, hey man, hey girl, let me get your number. She's like, yeah, sure. And she gave him like a piece of paper with a number on it, and it said 911 on there. Yeah, it's like such an obvious joke, but it works so well in the anime. Like it's really, really good.
That's pretty funny. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff with that show. That's gonna be my favorite comedy for sure of this season. From there, it's Aki B's sailor uniform. I talked about it a little bit earlier. It's just a slice of life, cute girls doing shit at school. That's pretty much that. That's what it is. And there's another one called Slow Loop. I mind up dropping this one. It's cute girls fishing. That's the gimmick in this one. They just fit. Yeah, but it's a pretty there's a pretty cool story behind it. It deals with losing parents because the two main girls, they lost one girl lost a father, the other girl lost a mother, and they're kind of like dealing with loss and shit like that with each other, like together. So it's a little bit more than just them hanging out. There's a little bit more story to it. So I don't know which one I'm gonna end up dropping, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up dropping one of those two, the sailor uniform one or the fishing one. I'm not 100% sure.
Oof.
And then my pick that I'm like kind of iffy about is the Sabikui Bisco one. Because I watched the first episode, it was weird as shit. Cool. The whole thing with the mushroom and everything like that, like it's so weird that it's intrigued. I'm intrigued by it, but I'm not all the way in just yet.
You just watched the first episode.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's something like kind of like I don't know, but my main pick is Dress Up Darling. I mean, that's the show that we've been talking about nonstop. And just by the way, I'm just gonna sneak this in real quickly. Planet Man is doing something weird right now, and I don't know, man. They might turn it around.
No,
they might turn it around.
I'm not going through all that.
They might turn it around. I'm not gonna go into detail. I'm just gonna give a little update, just like, hey guys. They might turn it around. They're doing something. The main character he's still dog shit, but
I'm not gonna watch.
the overall what's happening, I'm just like, okay, you have kept my interest, Plan Amend.
Isn't it funny how he said this isn't my season, yet he named more shows than me? But the thing isn't my season. Name's 12.
But the thing is, how many did I name? I named one.
You named way more than me, but not like nothing crazy.
7, 8, 9. About 9. Well, I'm watching 10 shows as of right now.
5.
Yeah, the thing is,
okay. 8. Okay, yes, I know I did say like this is like not my it's not my season, but like thing is, a lot of these shows I am enjoying and I do like watching them or another, but none of them are really, they're not really standing out to me. None of them are really
besides the 3 at the top, yeah.
Right, exactly. You know, like I don't have a show that I'm looking forward to the most, other than Attack on Titan or Demon Slayer. Mm-hmm. I don't have that one. I don't have that show's just like calling out to me, and that's why I'm saying like this is not my season right now. If it's more kind of like a run of the mill season. There's shows here that I like, but you know I can give or take from there or whatever. But yeah,
that's usually how it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, cool. That is what we're watching this winter 2022 season. If you guys are watching anything that we're not watching currently and want us to watch and check it out, let us know. We do have a 3-episode rule that we watch. So trust me, it will be heard and it will be seen if you guys let us know what you want us to watch. But that being said, on to 2 of our absolute favorites. And then we are just going to just like hard fucking blitz through Anime Swap. All right, cool. So Rafa, give us a rundown on Demon Slayer episode 8.
Demon Slayer episode 8. So the fighting continues between the Sani Hishira and the upper 6 demon. You can see that sound guy, the flashy guy, is slowly being infected by the poison. He gives a little bit of backstory about him being a ninja and stuff like that. You also see what's his name, Tanjiro, put away Nezuko in the box, and he joins the fight. Same thing with the annoying guy and forgot the name of the Inosuke. So they pretty much split up into 2 teams. Inosuke and annoying guy is gonna go fight the girl demon, the sister, as sound guy, and I forgot the name of fucking the main character. Tanjiro. They're gonna fight the ugly skinny dude that they call him like a praying mantis. This episode is super heavy into the action. I mean, they're just straight up fighting. Tanjiro is still trying his best to keep up with everything, and and then you can tell that they're like in sync. Like the girl, she grows like a third eye. It's like bulging out. It looks hella nasty. And it's pretty cool to see how they're in 2 different fights, but they're almost their attacks are synchronized, in a really weird way. So it's really cool to see.
Well, they're connected because that eye that she has is her brother's. Yeah,
it's his eye. Yeah, you can see he's closing one eye. Yeah, so they are connected. So they pretty much figured out like, hey, to defeat these 2, they have to be headed at the same time. And they're pretty much fighting. That's like a big. It's a big old fight piece. And now we're gonna see where that goes on from there. The last thing we see is one of the wives of the sound guy. She shoots like a bunch of like kunai at the main demon dude, and he gets struck by it, and he can't. His recovery
his legs,
ability, is like it's gone because the Sanishiro cuts his legs off. So like it looks like they're gonna be doing their big play here, the big push. The next episode, trying to defeat the 2 demons. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, and also annoying guy is actually being kind of cool this episode because he was like, "Hey,
I just wish he didn't look stupid."
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, please apologize for making that for pulling that girl, the girl's ear, or whatever. Like you shouldn't have done that, or whatever." So he's been a G a little bit, but I wish he wasn't so annoying overall, but.
See, like I think he is a fucking G, but I wish that he didn't have the fucking nose bubble and then the pigtails and then the blush and then the little kimono. Like he looks so fucking stupid. Give me like his whole white or not his like yellow flash fucking Demon Slayer outfit. Give me that and I would have been happier. But like he just looks so stupid and I hate the nose bubble.
Yeah, but
so bad.
It's part of him being annoying, so I really don't care.
That's why he's trash to your character.
He is the worst one out of the group.
No, he's not.
He is bottom.
I love them all. He's my favorite though.
Hey, all right, ranking wise, Tanjiro number
Inosuke.
1, Inosuke number 2, and Annoying Guy number
Zenitsu.
3. Hands down.
That is like the easiest, and the only reason we're saying Tanjiro is because he's the main character.
He's a badass.
I would be okay. I would be okay if Inosuke was number 1, just because he's fucking hilarious and he's a fucking.
He is hilarious,
animal.
but I just love Tanjiro as a main character.
He annoys you? Wow, wait a minute.
Who?
Inosuke.
What?
She's cool as Zenitsu, but Inosuke annoys her.
Bro, Renee,
I love him,
you are hot take number 2.
That's even a hotter take.
Holy shit.
I love them all, but I love Zenitsu.
Yeah.
My goodness.
It was a good episode. With that blasphemy said, it was a good episode. The action was top tier.
That blasphemy said.
So
see, okay,
it's more hype for the next episode.
I'm gonna say the point for why people like this show over Attack on Titan.
This episode, right?
This episode.
Okay.
The reason why people are, or the majority of the internet, including myself, is saying that the Demon Slayer was better this week than AOT is because, one, we've been in the shit for Demon Slayer and we've been waiting so long for action to pop off, and we're finally getting it. It's pretty much confirmed that the next 2 to 3 episodes, not including this one, are going to be full-on action fights. So like we are in the thick of it, that shit that we love from Demon Slayer, the beautiful fighting, art style, everything being super flashy from Tengen and everything. And not only that, like people who have read the Demon Slayer manga, like they know what like the fight scene, the fucking fight scene that's coming. So it's like that's why people are like, yo, holy shit, we're finally in it. We're finally starting the big 2v2 fight. We're gonna see everything else that goes on, and then I can tell you right now, Zenitsu, Inosuke, Tanjiro, they all get a fucking like flashy shit in like the next fight. So that's why people are really excited. And it's just that like with Attack on Titan, which we'll get into in like literally in a little bit, we're essentially at that like stepping point where it's like, oh shit, it's about to pop off. But we have officially popped off in Demon Slayer, which is why people enjoyed it way more. Granted, the shit that happened in AOT was like, holy shit, like, the fucking moment that we saw, I would have liked it better if it stopped there and then we get like the continuation. Like if that was the shock cliffhanger, that would have been fucking dope. And I think you know what I'm talking about, like
right.
Both of you. Yeah, if that was it and then we came back on the next episode and see like what happened with Zeke and everything, cool. But people are like, yo, if they had cut it off a little bit differently, given it more detail, it definitely would have beat Demon Slayer. But because Demon Slayer is getting into the shit, we see Tanjiro struggling with like the aftermath of him using the fire breathing. We see Tengen, not necessarily OP as shit. Like he is, being hurt by the poison, but he has to step up. And then we saw the flashback with Rengoku. Like there's so many like big fucking dope shit that happened in Demon Slayer, and it's literally like we're sprinting from here on out. With like with AOT, we've like like when the runners get in position, they're about to run on like the little podium and they have like their foot up and everything. That's where we're at with AOT. Like we're fucking in position, ready to fucking sprint. But like Demon Slayer, we're just on full chugging hard ahead, which is why people are saying this week is better. That being said, this was a fucking phenomenal weekend for anime, so I'm A-okay with either one.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys just want to move into Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, like, did we enjoy Demon Slayer? What did we think?
No, it was great.
It was a great episode.
It was great. I mean, the action was great. It's just like I said, it's more hype for the next episode. Can't wait to see. My favorite part of the whole episode was when the sound guy
Tengen
he did the thing where he hold the end of one blade to the other blade.
Like incredible grip strength.
That shit was so fucking badass.
Mm-hmm.
I popped so hard for that, dude. I was yelling and shit. It was such a badass scene. And like I normally would agree with you, Hector, that I would give it to Demon Slayer this week, but what happened in Attack on Titan is fucking insane. It's such a big thing that happened there that I have to give it to Attack on Titan, and I'm gonna give my reasoning why. So in Attack on Titan, it continues on. Zeke got blasted in the neck by that anti-tank weapon, right? Mm-hmm. That's on the cart Titan. So he's on the ground. He's all fucking. They all think he's dead or whatever. He copies the move from the cart Titan where he gets out of his body pretty much, the Titan body. So like everybody thinks he's dead. Well, that's happening. Eren is fighting against Reiner and the other guy. That shit's going down. And Eren he pretty much stomps the fuck out of the Jaw Titan. He beats the hell out of him. And then Eren does the crystallization where he freezes himself and Reiner in place as Eren hops out of he hops out of the Titan, right, of his Titan body, and he's running towards Zeke so they could touch each other, so they could go ahead and do the euthanasia. Right, that's what I said. That right, right, whatever.
Yep.
That their fucking plan, right, to stop everything.
The LDS from having kids, yeah.
Yeah, right. And then as that is happening, I don't know, I don't remember exactly where this happens in the story itself, but Zeke he pretty much summons the Titans and everyone who drank the wine, right? So and right before he did that, what's his name? Colt,
yeah, Colt, and I forgot the
Falco
brother's name.
And Falco. So Colt's the big brother. Falco is the younger brother. Colt has Falco with him. He's like, "Hey Zeke, please don't do the scream to activate the Titan inside of everyone who drank the wine. Falco drank some of it. Please, like, spare him." And then Zeke's like, "Hey bro, sorry dog, I gotta do it, bro. Peace out, homie." He does it, and everyone, literally everyone who drank the wine became a fucking Titan, Falco included. The old cool bald dude, the general guy, he became a fucking Titan.
When he realized that he's changing, that shit, dude, saw how his eyes were like angry and it just went fucking blank, and I'm like, yo, that was very well done.
This is what I'm talking about. I don't know how like, I get it. Demon Slayer is getting hyped.
I was crying.
Demon Slayer is getting hyped. It's getting crazy. The action's going in. But bro, the things that happened in this fucking episode, let alone not just the main thing that happened. This alone, so many people just became Titans, and a lot of those people are main characters that we love, like the General. He became a fucking Titan. That's the end of his story right there. He's gone. Like, that's so fucking insane that they actually like when they
can be reverted.
Yes, he doesn't have to eat another Titan.
If Zeke screams, they can revert back.
What? No, he can't.
Yeah, he literally said that.
No,
when they were explaining his powers in like the first part of the season, he said that when he was in the fucking blimp.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that.
Yeah, I missed that. I didn't know they can go back to being humans.
But for the most part, he's like, why would I? Zeke's he's just a fucking asshole. So I mean,
Well, either way, Zeke's not gonna put, like you said, yeah, and Zeke's not gonna put him back either way, like you said. So that's fucking insane. A lot of people fucking died. Like this is like it's devastation all over again for Attack on Titan, right? So that fucking goes down, and then Eren is like, he's like, "Fuck it, bro, I'm booking it. Here we go. Time to touch Zeke," and then the true devil of this show, the demon herself, Gabby, with a fucking giant. It looked like an anti-tank.
It was an anti-Titan rifle.
Yeah, out of nowhere, just on the sideline, shoots, like, she has aim like of a fucking god. Shoots Eren, and she goes flying back by the force of the gun. Literally decapitates Eren clean off. Like, homie is dead. He is dead. We saw the death of Eren in this episode. Like, his head is literally flying through the fucking air. Insane. I was legit gonna text you guys all in caps. What the fuck did I just watch? But I didn't want to give it away, so I didn't. I put.
You watched it like right when it came out?
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah, me and Renee hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah.
And I put my phone down. I'm like, let me not say anything. I'm just gonna let them experience it for themselves. And then from there, it shows Zeke and Eren and, like, I don't know what's it called, but like the light, whatever, the light that only
the paths where what do you call it? Where all paths meet, some shit like that.
Yeah, like the
world tree,
descendants of Ymir, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then Zeke's in there, and Zeke's talking to Eren, and this is Eren. Like, I guess I don't know what this. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Is this the afterlife? I don't know what the fuck's happening anymore here. But
it's only where it's like a place where only people with Titan powers can
right.
go
But
to.
but I'm saying like where does it fit in all this? Like is it like a spiritual plane? Like I don't know where this fits, right? But anyways, Zeke's like, hey bro, yeah bro, let's do it. Like I like yeah you got killed or whatever, but like I was able to touch your head, so like we're gonna go ahead and do this shit. And then that's when Aaron's like, hey, psych. I was never part of your plan. Which I was like, thank you, Aaron. You're the fucking best. I can kiss you right now. He's like, no, I was just playing along, so I can get used to power, so I can do what I want, which what's the thing we're hoping for at the end of the day, right? The Aaron not betraying everyone. He's like, your plan is fucking psycho. You're a fucking idiot. And then Zeke with a fucking Uno reverse card was like, nah, bro, tricked you, bro. Now I know how you really feel about this. You can't do it, only I can. And Ymir, the founder Ymir, couldn't listen to me. So haha, bro. Haha, nah, boo boo. That's what Zeke said at the end. And then the episode ends, and now we don't know what's happening. See, and this is the reason why I think Attack on Titan was better than Demon Slayer, because of the implications. With the thing that they're setting up right now is it's first of all, Aaron's dead. Our main character from season 1, the homie from season 1, all the way to season 4. Literally everything that revolves around this whole world, he's gone. He's fucking dead, right?
He's not dead.
He got decapitated.
I know, but
I don't think you heard Zeke right. He said he's gonna rebuild them. Yeah, Renee's on it.
The very last scene of the episode, Zeke and Aaron like touch heads, like foreheads. Like he said, like, oh, like I'm bringing you back, or like I'm taking you with me, or something like that. And then it flashed, and then that's all we got.
Right.
Yeah. Zeke literally says, "I'm rebuilding you."
Yeah.
Right. We don't know what that means. Okay. We don't know what that means.
Did you watch the preview for the next episode?
Hey, look, we don't know what that means. I didn't.
Okay. Zeke literally said, "I'm bringing you back to life. I'm rebuilding you."
I understand that, but
I had somebody who was a father who like changed my viewpoint from our actual biological father's brainwashing.
I know, I saw that.
You're still
brainwashed.
That. Yeah, and then he's like, "You need somebody to be that guide for you, and that's gonna be me. So I'm bringing you back and reviving you and rebuilding you to be my brother, the person who's gonna be my right hand man." He literally straight up said, "I'm bringing you back and rebuilding you."
Right, but like, how's he gonna bring him back? Like, look,
we gotta find out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just so much up in the air right now. On top of that, all those people who died, right? All those people who became Titans. Isn't it Falco going to become like the next armored Titan or something like that, or
not armored?
Jaw.
It's the
Jaw
Titan.
The Jaw Titan, right? So like that's happening.
By the way, his transformation
was
fucking
Jaw
dope.
Titan?
No, yeah, his Jaw Titan transformation is fucking dope. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. But like, look, there's a lot happening right now. There's a lot like, there's just okay. Like Hector, you know what's gonna happen, so I guess for you it's not that big of a deal. But for me, who I don't know what's happening anymore, I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out. Seeing Aaron get his head blown off from his shoulders, it's just like, where are we gonna go from here? What's the next step? Aaron, to me, I know you're saying that Zeke's saying, "Oh, I'm gonna rebuild him. I'm gonna bring you back to life. I'm gonna do this, whatever." Zeke could just be spinning fucking lies. I don't know what's happening anymore. I just know that Aaron got fucking murdered.
I can tell you didn't watch the preview.
And Zeke played him like, "Hey, I know your true intentions. I just want to reverse card you right now." So I don't know. It's a better episode. Even if I saw the previews, it's still a better episode just because of what happened.
I mean, it's fair. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm also saying that like you didn't watch the the preview, which clearly shows. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna let you be surprised. But yeah, I mean, no, I fucked with the episode heavy. It was really, really, really good. Like I said, we're at that starting point where like Demon Slayer is, not Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan is about to like sprint hard as fuck. So I'm like, I'm all for it.
It feels like, yeah, it's hitting the climax. Like we're hitting to that point.
Yeah, we're 3 episodes in for the last season, and there's officially 12, maybe 13 episodes, but officially 12 episodes. So we are literally a fourth of the way done. If you put it that way. It's literally nothing but action, and then we get like maybe 3 episodes of climax, or was it epilogue, whatever? Yeah,
closing out the show.
I mean, no pressure, but this shit better land.
And I would say this episode was what I got spoiled for me, like I don't know when. So I ended up having to read it in the manga. So this is what I read in the manga, and I just didn't know when it was gonna happen. And then I saw this episode, and I was like, "Damn, this was what got spoiled for me." It was the scene where Gabby shoots, Aaron's head gets cut. That's what I got spoiled. So it was just finally nice to see. Just to see it now, because I'm like, oh my god, when is it gonna happen? I'm like, oh, and I was starting to think, did I read it wrong?
Was it a
fake? Yeah, like I wasn't sure anymore. And then I totally got it. So I kind of knew what was coming. And the way I just think they did this episode, I agree with Rafa. I just think so much went down in this episode. I still really enjoyed the Demon Slayer episode. I just felt, for me personally, I felt Demon Slayer was a little bit more on the like dialogue side than action, and we got it like all the action at the very end. Attack on Titan was just action all the way through, and it's just like we're finally just everything's coming to an end kind of, so like it was just nice to see everything. We knew, with everyone drinking the spinal fluid, we knew that was gonna come. They were gonna turn into Titans. We knew the whole thing with Eren and Zeke. It was just nice to see everything kind of unfolding. And that's why I agree that it was just a better episode this week.
Okay. I mean, valid pick. I mean, I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm just saying the majority of the internet thinks Demon Slayer was better this week.
I mean,
but I definitely see from here on out Demon Slayer Attack on Titan being better.
Like we can agree to disagree, but there's one thing we can all agree is that we all hate Gabby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no. All my homies hate Gabby.
Yeah.
All my homies do be hating Gabby. She's the worst.
I would not be surprised by the end of the season for My Anime Corner or Anime Corner or whatever for Attack on Titan to be number one. To be soundly number one, just because it is the final season, so it means we're gonna be getting some crazy ass shit, obviously. The only reason I could see it not being number one is the divide that it might bring for the ending. Ooh, that is the only reason why I could see it not being number one. But it's gonna be really, really good regardless.
Oh yeah.
So with that being said, let's get into our last segment. Damn near 2 hours of the pod. Let's jump into Anime Swap. And this week, Rafa and Renee are reacting to my picks, which Rafa had Remake Our Life, and Renee had Classroom of the Elite. Yeah. So, Rafa, let's hear what you think of Remake Our Life, one of my favorite animes of last season.
So I remember the reason why I didn't check the show out at the beginning when it first came out. It's because the first episode is actually 2 episodes putting together into one, so it's like a 50-minute watch.
Oh yeah,
and I was just
hate that when that happens.
Yeah,
that is kind of wild. I don't remember that.
So I technically saw to episode 2. No, I didn't saw to episode 2, but it's really 3 episodes because it's 2 episodes in one. Because in the middle of it they had the opening and ending. I don't know.
Kind of cheating, that. Both Renee and myself. We 100% watched 2 long ass episodes. I don't remember Renee. I forgot what anime it was.
I think I had ReZero.
Oh yeah.
I think for me ReZero.
I didn't want for me, bro. I counted it as 3 episodes.
No, okay? Man. You got it. Whack.
Right.
Damn. Whatever. You're not coming prepared.
That's what I did. All right. That's what I did. So, hey man, sue me. All right. Whatever. But in good news, I actually do like the show. Yeah, I like the premise. I think it's very interesting. I like how certain characters you meet, and in the present time, you meet them again in the past. Like the whole thing with the chief. Like I like that dynamic between them, and like for the most part, I like how everything works out between the four of them. There were certain parts that I was just like, man, why have you got me watching this? It's like when the one thing when I first thought about it was when the girl with the blue hair she was sleeping next to the guy, and she woke up. She's like, "Is that yogurt?" And like the yogurt was dripping on her boobs. I was like, Hector horny. What?
No, man, that's just fucking shit that happens.
Okay.
I mean, look at fucking Dress Up Darling. I wasn't expecting this shit either.
That's true. But yeah, like I was just like, okay, I guess. But overall, I do like the story. I like the whole idea of him, getting to re-choose his path, I guess, and with art school and stuff like that, because you see how he was in present time and how things were really working out for him, even though like he actually had a job and the studio got shut down or whatever. So, it's really cool to see. I like the whole dynamic of him like knowing things in advance. Mm-hmm. So like the whole thing, like the whole thing happened between him and like his friend or whatever when they were doing that video or whatever, right, with the train.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like he's like, oh, I have this story now, here it is, I remember it from I saw this, and the dude's like, I wrote that, like what the fuck, like, so you can tell like he's not doing it on purpose, but he's kind of taking things from the future in a sense, ripping off the people that he's hanging out with. So that's a really interesting dynamic, which you brought up before, Hector, when we talked about the show. So it's actually pretty cool to see actually play itself out and see like how they're actually reacting to it, and it feels like that's going to become more of a theme, like where he's going to be like, oh shit, well I remember this from my future self. Let me go ahead and put it here, and then him doing that starts to fuck things up in the past and kind of starts throwing things out of whack with him and his friends or whatever. So I'm interested to see where it goes, and I like the whole idea of like seeing how the future gets affected by his decisions in the past, where he's like, well, let me choose to do this and let me choose to do that because I already know the knowledge from the future. But again, like the whole theory of like you step on a butterfly in the past, you change the whole future type shit. So I'm interested. I'm for sure interested in checking out.
As a little incentive for you to keep watching, towards the end of the season, there is how he went back into the past? Yeah. With all of his like the shit that he does in the season, he goes like mad far in the future. And so you really see the outcomes of the shit he does. And
wow. So it goes past the present time?
Yeah, it goes past. So it goes. So you know how you saw him present as an adult, and then like his work.
They said he was like 28 years old or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes back to when he was like 18 to go to college, right. And then you see that college life, and then at a certain point he goes from 18 to 30.
Oh, so it's 2 years in the future. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So just keep an eye out for that, because it is a fucking dude. It is a trip when you see what the fuck he does. Okay. But it's trippy as fuck, and it's pretty cool because you still see some of the same characters, and you see what the outcome of other characters. It's really crazy, but yeah. So, and I
also like the whole time travel thing where like it just kind of happens to him, like he has no power over it, which I appreciate that. Unlike fucking Tokyo Revengers, where they're like they have to shit and shit like
hey, that. So. Dap up, homie. We going back.
Right, exactly. So I like what they have. I like the themes. I like what they got going on here. It's a good pick.
Love to hear it. All right, now Renee, Classroom of the Elite. This is one that me and Rafa both watched in the past.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll keep it brief. I really liked it. I'm definitely adding it to my watch list. I won't put it. It's not like top of my list, but definitely something that I do want to go back and finish watching. I do like the main characters, the guy and the girl with like the long hair. Just the overall concept, like how they go to this elite school. They're part of this class D, and essentially they're like fucking around, not taking things seriously because like the teacher didn't really care if people were paying attention or not, or like that's what you're like convinced to think. And like how like everything is based like on this point system, and like you essentially accrue these points, and that's like your form of currency of like getting buying things and stuff on the campus. And it was like really cool. Like they like the teacher got the test results back, and like everyone essentially failed, and she's like, "Huh, you guys aren't getting any points." And they're like, "Oh my god, like what are we supposed to do? Like I can't." She's like, "Oh well, you guys are idiots. Like you guys like took advantage, and that's kind of what you got." So it was really interesting. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this whole like school dynamic, but like you get some pretty interesting characters, and like just the dynamic between the two main ones, the I forget, I don't know her name, the black long hair, the black hair girl, and then the main guy, and then the other girl with the really big boobs. She was actually really interesting as well because like her thing was like she wanted to get along with everyone in her class, class D, and you find out like end of episode 3 that like she has like a dark side to her, like she's not this sweet angel. So that was really really interesting. These personalities, even the girl with the long hair, like she comes off as like, she doesn't like to talk to anyone, but she's opening up to this main character, and you're just learning more about the characters the more you watch. But no, it was really interesting. Definitely curious to see what's to happen. I know there's other classes. Class A, I think the girl's brother is part of Class A, and it just seems like there's some sketch stuff going on. But no, yeah, it was a good watch. I enjoyed it.
Very cool. We're 2 for 2 this week. You'll love to see it. But Rafa, it's your turn. So what do you got for us?
Definitely. So, for you, Hector, I have Eden of the East. By the way, both of these picks are on Funimation.
Love
okay,
that.
so Eden of the East, it's a 2009 anime. These are older anime, by the way, guys. I have to go back and hit my prime of anime watching to find things for you guys now. I've exhausted my main topics, so I have to like really deep dive into my my catalog here. So Eden of the East, 2009 anime, action / adventure, and it's psychological. It's really cookie. It's TVMA, by the way, so pretty cool stuff. Akira Takisawa wakes up outside of the White House with a phone that gives him access to 10 billion yen and a woman who will grant any request. That is literally the opening of the show right there. Dude is butt naked in front of the White House, and he has a bajillion monies, and he can do whatever he wants. And you go from there, Hector. Good luck.
Ooh.
The pick for Renee. I'm excited for this one because I love Into the East, but Claymore is one of those sleeper hits that I keep in my pocket that I don't talk about it at all. But like, it's one of those that I've never forgotten. Like, it's always been just in my mind. It's called Claymore. This is an even older animation from 2007. It's rated MA also. This one's for sure rated MA, like super rated MA. The violence is insane in this one. Action and adventure fantasy. A deadly breed of monster. The Yoma have only one foe, Claymore. These warrior women can deliver salvation with a blade for a fee. So pretty much there's these monsters who are killing people, and the only people who can kill them are claymores. And the only way you can become a claymore is you have to be a woman first of all. That's like a big requirement. And they're supposed to be like the saviors of the land, but a lot of them don't really give a fuck. They could, they're supposed to save you, but they'll literally watch you, get all fucked up and die and shit like that. So, this is really good. This is a really good show. This show, it does not play. This show is it goes serious. They don't fuck around with this show. You know how like I'm pretty much ending it right now, but like how like a lot of these shows that we watch, when they're fighting, they're like, oh, they do the whole monologue thing, and they kind of take a step back and hear their thoughts. That shit does not happen here. Here's just straight up, yo, we're fighting, we're going in. Like, there's no monologues here. Like, it's life or death here. Like, it's some really good shit. Like, so hopefully you enjoy this anime. It's an older anime, but I think the animation, especially the character designs, are very unique, very different.
So, fully agree. I've watched this. I liked it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So hopefully you like it, Renee.
I hope so too.
And that's and those are my picks.
Sheesh. Well, what a podcast. 2 hours long. You guys have a lot to listen to. It is a stacked one. We talked about anime of the year. We talked about the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. We talked about winter 2022 anime picks, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, and everything else in between. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been a blast. Remember to check us out on all of our social media accounts down below, as well as on Twitch, which we also stream on. We stream a variety of things. There's John the Lego streamer, Alex the theater room streamer dude, overlay guy, Rafa who streams a variety of games, Renee who streams art, and me who also streams a variety of games. So definitely check us out. And yeah, that has been a doozy. But thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you all to the live chat who's been participating this entire time and kind of discussing and whatnot with each other. We appreciate you guys. Hopefully, you guys come back for another one. I promise it won't be 2 hours long.
Sorry.
I mean, this was like it was like the end of the year recap almost. Like,
yeah, this is the end of the year recap. Yeah. We got to talk about the new year too and all the shit we're talking about. So it was a lot. It was stacked.
It was a very stacked show.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next one. And that is it for the pod. See you, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Oh, go for it.
Go for it.
Nathan, I haven't had this fucking thing for not even a year. You dick. That's all I gotta say to that.
Wow, we're gonna end the stream like that. Okay, guys.
Yeah, because he made fun of me at the beginning, like at the beginning of the fucking stream, and it hurt my feelings. So sorry I ruined it.
No, you're good.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye.